Hello everyone, my name is Andrea and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna put to the test the Sephora Best Skin Ever, and I have a sample size here in 18.5. I hope it does match me. I look a little crazy because I have concealer on. I try as much as I can remember to actually do concealer first and then do the foundation if I'm going to use concealer, just because it looks better when your concealer is underneath. Plus I was able to kind of conceal a tiny bit of a pimple that I have here, which you really can't see much now. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm gonna take a nice clean Q-tip and just kind of mix the sample just to make sure everything is mixed in there. So I'm gonna do one side with hands and one side with the brush just to see how it actually does. So I'm gonna start with the hands here and then I'll do the brush on that side. So I do like to go little by little with anything that I put on. I don't like to go with too much at once because then I don't really know how much I need. And then it's just too much and you just try to get it out and all that. Okay, I definitely need more. The color is yellow based. I am yellow based, though my face is quite red. It doesn't seem like it has a lot of coverage from the bat. It's like a light coverage. You can build it as I was doing it, but definitely need more in here, especially like in the center of my face where most everyone needs it, honestly. That's really where you need the most. It's in the middle of the face. That's where the discoloration happens, or the redness. Some people do have like rosacea around their cheeks and all that, but mostly is definitely, most of us definitely in the middle of the face. Let's see how this looks. It's set already. Wow, okay, that was quick. Ignore the little swatch there, but the difference. It looks like more perfected, like softened. Definitely pores look so much smaller. Hold on, ooh. Do we see that? Holy smokes. I just realized that and I'm like shocked. And definitely, I mean, look at the blackheads on my head, on my nose, that the way they look with and without is really different. Oh, I like that. I don't know if I didn't see this before with other foundations, but man, I'm really seeing it today and it's a big difference. Same for the chin, like right up here. How much like a almost like a blurring effect. It definitely fills in your pores. I didn't know that was possible. Okay, and I'm gonna take these, Fitglow Beauty, their foundation, Flawless Foundation brush, and I'm just gonna, do it on the other side. I know I'm gonna need more, of course, because this brush, any brush, soaks up your product and holds it in. So you definitely need more. That was my pimple, and it seems like it's like more visible now that I went over. I think that this foundation, the stroke of it kind of wiped my concealer off. Let's see. It almost looks like it's catching on my dry spots on this side with the foundation, with the brush. But I definitely was able to get more coverage around here on my nose, on this side with the brush. I think it looks like that. I still feel like I need more coverage around my nose because it's really kind of pinky, like it's poking through for sure. But because of this, I probably will be going with my hands. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my hands. I mean, yeah, I like it better. Like, let's look down here with the brush. It looks like it's pointing more, it's showing more dryness up here than it is up here. Like it's catching on the flakes. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with the hand from now on, now that we know what it's doing. Let's try to put on some more coverage there on that pimple and see if it does anything. Because it definitely came off. Better, just not all the way gone. So I'd say this foundation is pretty much like a medium coverage. It's definitely light to medium, buildable to medium. I don't see being able to get full coverage out of this without looking icky, you know. I still feel almost like I need a little more in the middle, but I think I'm gonna let it be because double that, it's plenty. I don't want to do too much. But I took the fingers and all over, and I can tell you this looks much better. So let's look up here. The chin and all that. Around the nose and all that. It looks definitely much better with the hands than it does with the brush. So I'm glad that I went with the brush. I'm sorry, I went with the fingers to go all over it. So it's kind of set. It's not sticky. It's just my lips. It's not sticky, but I feel like I should probably set just because knowing myself, it's definitely I would definitely need it. So I'm gonna use this Vapour to set them. This Vapour is good. It's like not too much of a hold, but still not too little. It's just kind of like a normal, a medium hold. But it's got like 6 months expiration date, which I've had it for at least that. So I'm trying to use as much as possible before it actually start to smell. It smells like nothing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just set, especially in the middle of my face where I have my pimples and all that. Not pimp. Okay, focus. When I have my oily T-zone in that, because you know, can't do too much when it comes to oiliness. The sides of my face, it's really not that bad. They pretty much stay nice, but definitely the center is in need. All right, just a light dust and we're good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on, and I'll come back and tell you how it actually everything went with it and how it looks. Let's see. Yeah, this is how the foundation is looking with everything on top. I feel like I've lost some coverage. Like definitely my pimple is just not covered at all, even though I had concealer underneath and I put the foundation twice and then set it up, but it's like not really covered at all. I really am seeing my my sunspots like big time here, some here too, but not as much as this ones. Well, these ones are more pronounced, so that to begin with. But also I feel like I've lost some coverage also in the middle of my face too already, and it's like not even 20 minutes since I put it on. So I don't know what to make of it, but other than that, it still looks good. I mean, it's looking nice, other than the coverage issues, which I mean, not necessarily issues, it's just something that I've noticed. So the chin seems like it's not having it that much. that much foundation coverage. So I don't know why, but the color looks nice because I forgot to kind of blend it down here, and it looks like it's matching pretty good. So with all that being said, it's what it is. It doesn't look bad, like I said. It doesn't look bad. It's just things that I noticed. So we'll see how it actually wears. So far, so good. I'll meet you up here in about 3 to 4 hours, and we'll see how that goes. It's been 6 hours since I've had this foundation on, and let's see how it actually looks. So I took a little peek in the mirror in the bathroom lighting. From the bathroom lighting, it looks quite good. But if you look up closely, you can definitely tell that there's kind of redness poking through, like in the middle of my nose, around my nose, not the middle, just around my nose, middle of my face, you know, cheek area, all of these. It seems like it's poking through. It's a little shiny, but not too much though, which is really nice. It's definitely doing a good job holding up as far as oiliness goes, but I've had some, you know, hair kind of landing on my face, and I see here like some lines from the actual hair. You see that on the nose? It's a line there. It's from the hair kind of you know, landing on me, trying to pull it off. But it's definitely definitely a little gathering here. Not much though. A little less here than the other. Like some little lines. But that's that's me being picky, really. I am testing it, so I'm gonna be picky and kind of point out everything. But yeah, coverage, I mean, I see more coverage like this area here, this area here. The coverage on my pimple is gone. It was pretty much gone at the beginning after I, you know, applied it like 20 minutes and a half an hour, but it's definitely more gone now. Yeah, above my eyebrow is a little bit gone too, it looks like. So I don't know. It's definitely definitely not not as I put it, but it's been 6 hours, so it's really, for 6 hours, really not bad. Though I didn't do much to actually get sweaty and all that. I did run around a little bit, but not too much to where it caused me to sweat and all that. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like mix this up. It's really not that oily though. On the sides feels quite dry. I mean, a good dry. It's not, you know, drying to the skin, but it's definitely oily up here. I don't really see much oiliness, which is good. But yeah, the coverage pretty much is gone in the middle. I'm just gonna come like this. It's still, it just looks, it looks pinky, you know. It's protruding through. And I'd rather not be pinky on my nose, but yeah. Here's a swatch of the foundation. It's yellow base, which I like. Yep, it's actually blending in so much that you really can barely see it. I'm gonna put a little more. There we go. But yeah, it's definitely a yellow base. It smooths out really nicely. It really blends in nicely. It spreads nicely, and then it sets. It's been over 11 hours since I put this foundation on. As you can tell, it's quite oily. It's been 11 hours, so that's one thing. But I also was very active in the afternoon. We went for some for a shopping spree. And there was a lot of walking involved. It was kind of hot in the car. Not too hot outside nor in the house. But even with that, it's like the coverage is gone. I'm like, you can tell, very oily. It's pretty much everywhere, not so much on the side of the side, like really side. It's really not that oily, but everything else is. You can tell it's like seriously grease ball, like big time. So yeah, this is really not I'm here, it's really not lasting for the whole day. Now if I were to just wipe it off, let's see how that goes. Yeah, coverage came off with it, and I kind of knew that because it did the same thing earlier, like the coverage wasn't really there anymore. But with me wiping now, even if I were to probably blot, I might be left with a little more coverage. But yeah, there's definitely it's worn out. It doesn't look bad. I mean, if you look at it, it doesn't look bad. I'm looking in the mirror here. It's really not, doesn't look bad at all. It faded kind of nice, and because I kind of wiped it with my hands, it definitely left a nice hydrated look, so it doesn't look crackly. You know, sometimes foundation dry, when they when they come out, they just dry out, or they crackle, or they bundle. Did not do that. So I think if you have normal skin or dry, you might really like this. It's definitely holding out for on those areas for this long. So yeah, it wouldn't be something that I would purchase, just because I have other ones that I tried and they're so much better and they last longer. The coverage lasts even more than what this one did. So yeah, but if you do have a normal skin and you like the way it looks, I mean, the price is good and it's kind of cleanish, so you know. Yeah, anyways, this is my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that it has helped you to kind of see how it did with my oily T-zone and just like regular skin. Up until I see you guys next time, you guys take care. Bye.